Are we doing the Italian food rant? This might be the one that actually gets me like banned slash like witch hunted. Okay, my problem with Italian food is like Italian food is fine. It's not bad. It's never gonna be bad. The skill floor for Italian food is pretty low. It's pretty hard to fuck up pasta, right? But the skill ceiling is also pretty low. You can't like I've been to really nice Italian places. My wife loves Italian food. I've been to some very, very nice Italian places. And like one of the fucking like and like near like DC as well, like fucking eating capital of the fucking US. I think Italian food is like super. It's fine. It just can't be that good. It's fine. And the problem is, I think the skill ceiling in general for Italian food, it caps out, right? In a good example is Italians. You have so little to worry about with your food that you start worrying about like the firmness of your pasta, right? Now, obviously that matters and is cool, but like firmness of pasta in comparison to like getting a steak correctly cooked or like doing like a Brazilian steakhouse properly or like anything else, getting a sauce proper, like a brown or a dark sauce properly made. Like I feel like same with like red sauce and tomato sauce. Like I guess those could have some pretty, to be fair, sauce is actually pretty interesting and does have some pretty cool complications. Sauce is one of those things where I always say like the longer you cook something, the more exacerbation of mistakes or changes it makes, right? So I've never made an at-home red sauce, and even then I can understand and empathize that being very fun and cool and interesting, and like people's red sauces actually tasting vehemently aggressively different, right? I can empathize with the sauce obsession. That I get. You know what? I'll give you that. But even then, I feel like a tomato sauce just has less deep flavors. It's more light. It has less deep flavors than like an Asian style sauce. And I feel like those little changes and how much garlic added, et cetera, is going to like change things by a much higher percentage. 100% Pat is I swear to God, I'm not baiting. I actually just feel like Italian food is like super overrated. Like I feel like people, they start worrying once again, they start worrying about like the texture of their fucking noodles. Like that's like the main thing they worry about, right? The main thing they worry about is texture of noodles, and like don't crack your pasta noodles in half, right? Like it's actually trolling. Like it's at like what that's what you're worried about. Like there's way more interesting stuff to be concerned with. You should be spending your time on when making a dish, right? No, bro, you don't get it. It's called tradition. Yeah, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, this is the meme. No, bro, you just don't get it. It's called tradition, bro. We use only 3 ingredients because it's tradition, bro. It's not skill issue, bro. You only use the 3 ingredients. Yes, that's unironically. Wait, you're actually spitting facts. That is actually the Italian. Like, I'm sorry. When it comes to flavor, I apologize for those who like. Feel free to disagree. I don't give a fuck about tradition. I really don't care. It's cool. It's cool to have restaurants that specifically will make traditional dishes, whatever. That's cool. But it's never gonna be like what I pursue. Like, it's a cool nostalgia thing, or a cool like it's important to know our roots, and it's important to know where things have come from. But if you really want to see like how far we've come, go to like a traditional place and then go to an experimental place. Like, if you actually want to see like how far food has come, like. I always say, like, the Olympics recently were one of the most interesting ways to show human advancement, right? Did you guys see those memes where it was like a gold medal, what a gold medal needed in the 60s versus what a gold medal needed in like 2024? And it's like someone like doing gymnastics or whatever, and it's someone like a gold medal in the 60s was like literally a guy doing one front flip, and that was it. And now it's like in 2024, it's like a girl doing like a fucking triple axel 720 kick flip in the air on a skateboard Healy while fucking pole vaulting. Like, it's actually like, it's so crazy like how much more we've advanced because those people in the 60s, you know, put that work in and studied for it, which is cool, right? But yeah, Italian food, I think Italian food is just, the skill ceiling is just so much lower than other foods in general. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my main argument. I'd argue that's the case for a couple different culture foods as well, I guess, but that gets a little tougher. This is the first time I agree with one of your food takes. People like authentic Italian because it makes them look interesting. Yes. Holy fuck! You hit the nail on the... And like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like... Now, also there's people like me who, or I guess, I don't know, like, I don't know, man. How can I flame myself? Maybe I just like fucking Asian foods. I'm a fucking wannabe weeb. I don't know, bro. Like I do genuinely love Asian food. I'm sure there's people who like do genuinely love Italian food. It's like the way your brain gets wired, right? NA pizza over Italian pizza? Oh, 100, yeah, 100%. I've done the Italian pizza. The pizza debate is not even it's not even an argument. Bro's eating Slim Jims with his pasta. Yes, when I was 12 years old, I was going to the corner store to buy meat to enhance my dishes. Even at a young age, I was using my fucking pocket money, as the Brits would say, to fucking enhance my meals. Yes, you nailed it, dude. Because it wasn't being offered to me at home. Okay, even at a ripe young age, I was enhancing my dishes, enhancing my culinary experience. Have you ever been to Italy? If you live in the USA, you would understand this. You do not need to travel to other fucking countries to, and like also the gatekeeping shit of, oh, you don't like Italian food? Have you ever been to Italy? Dude, don't do this. Don't be this person. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? I am 100% certain the food in Italy will be very different, okay? The food in Italy and the authentic, whatever, it's going to be very different from Italian food in the US. That does not make it not Italian food or not make it, like, better. Usually, that's the real fucking take. This pretentious, like, traveler thing that happens is people think that, oh, if you travel to, like, the original thing equals better. Not true. Original thing is not better. Usually, it's actually the opposite. Usually, it's the advanced and the worked upon thing, and the fucking the like evolved dish is better. It's almost like the more effort and energy you put into something, it gets better over time. The more research and the more like ingredients correctly added to a dish, the better it gets. It's just like now if you start adding wrong ingredients, you can fuck it up, but like it's generally like we can keep finding new things to do. Like it's like food and culinary stuff is extremely progressive in terms of like you want to keep advancing and keep improving, right? I feel like people super harp over this like traditionalism and authentic shit with food, and it's like it's just a social point game. It is so pretentious. It's just a social point thing, 100%. 100%. 1,000,000% actually. You don't know the dishes that they've been working on since before the US was a country haven't evolved or advanced? It depends, right? It depends on what places you go in Italy, right? It depends. I'm sure that there are certain places in Italy where they have been fucking working on family recipes for a long time, which is fucking awesome, right? But I love hyping up. Like if there's one thing that makes me fucking patriotic, bro, it's just the food choices we have in America, bro. It's fucking like there's a reason we are the melting pot, because hopefully we should let people in here, please. Let everybody fucking in, and just let all the fucking people in the world come here, please, so we can get better at making food. That's actually all I care about. Holy shit, I'm so down, dude. I want the US. You know that children's book about what's it called, like stone soup? I want the US, like just put like a giant cauldron in the middle of like Kansas, like the middle of the fucking US, and just fucking have everybody in the US have it be like a fucking stone soup like country, and just have everybody in the US come and bring and like put one thing in the soup. I'm so down. I'm actually so down. That'd be so amazing. Typical American only caring about food? Hell yeah. And this is why I appeal to my authority. This is why I know what I'm talking about, okay? Because I am an American and I only do care about food. Actually true and real. That's the real argument. Actually true and real. Tomatoes weren't introduced in Italy until the 1800s. Everything you think is traditional is relatively modern. Yo, true and real. There haven't been that many years where we've done that stuff, right? I will die on that hill. NA food is so diverse. Yes, it's actually like you can flame us for a lot. Okay, we got a lot of problems. I'm not like a fucking die hard like, oh, I love this country no matter what. I like to hype up the positives and critique the negatives. We got some problems, but oh my fucking god, if there's one thing that we are slaughtering the world on, it is food. There is a reason why we are so fucking fat, okay? We have too much good food to eat. It's actually a problem, and it's so good we can't stop eating it. Like, I would argue the US probably has never traveled outside the US, by the way. Okay, gotta have the self-awareness there. I would argue the US probably has like the best foods from most places around the world. Like I would bet like 80% of the world's food is the best in the US. I think one of the few things we're behind on is Indian food, because we don't have enough. Like we need more. Please, Indian chefs, please. I'm begging you. I will pay for your flight. Come over. I think that's one thing we fucked up on. It's not good food. It's full of sugar and cringe things. That's why it's so good, bro. What are you talking about? Sugar equals flavor. Fat equals flavor. Ask any high chef. Unhealthy is often... Okay. Healthy food can be flavorful and awesome. I love healthy food. I love fucking certain carrots, like light honey carrots. I love salads, especially like some like nice grilled chicken. Fucking awesome, right? Apples on a salad, bomb, right? All this walnut. I love nuts, whatever, right? The problem is, healthy food will never be as tasty as unhealthy food inherently because it's just a restriction, right? Think about like, okay, imagine you want to make a dish, right? And you have 10 ingredients, but 2 of them are unhealthy. Well, now you just have to like take out 2 ingredients and like try to like do something else, right? Untrue, you're making the wrong healthy food then. No, this is just this is actually like an objective fact, right? Unhealthy food will literally physically cannot be some healthy food is good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying like inherently healthy food can't be as good as unhealthy food. Same with like healthy food can't be as cheap. Now, this is a little semantic-y because healthy food there still can be food that is very healthy, very good, and very cheap. It does beans, right? Or certain types of bean dishes or whatever, right? Honestly, Mexican food can be made. It depends how they usually add like a lot of grease stuff on it. But like Mexican food can be one of the more healthy ones. It depends. It's not at restaurants. Like if you go to any, probably not because it's over taste or whatever. Almost any restaurant food, unless they're advertising something as healthy, is probably unhealthy because they're just focusing on taste. Like if you go to a restaurant, right? If you go define healthy, that's a good question. Healthy, assuming like generally healthy, maybe sticking to like, it depends on what your dietary restrictions are. Like if I'm going for protein, I usually go for like 7 to 8 grams of protein per 10 calories. So if I'm eating like yogurt's like a good example. It'll be like 70 calories, like 70 grams of protein. That's really good. And like pretty low fats. Like it depends, right? Defining healthy is a really good question because it becomes very convoluted, but we have to agree on some general definition, right? People do this meme of like, I drink energy drinks, for example, right? And people say, oh my God, so unhealthy. And then I ask them, okay, what's unhealthy about it? They're like, oh my God, the caffeine. It's like, okay, well, the FDA recommended limit for caffeine is 400 milligrams a day. What are the negative effects of caffeine? And they'll say, I don't know. And then I'll say, oh, you know what? I'll do it for you. Okay. The negative effects of caffeine is that it can cause you restlessness in your sleep and disrupt your sleep. If you drink it too late in the day, it can cause you agitation, irritability. It can cause stomach irritation, et cetera, et cetera. These are all very mild inconveniences. As long as you're not drinking, the sleep thing can be a big problem. So I don't drink caffeine past like a certain time in the day. But people have this built-up expectation that energy drinks equals bad, and if you push them on any of it, almost all of them are like, oh, they don't actually know. They've been told this, and it makes sense intuitively over and over and over again, but they can't actually explain why. If you're like the chemicals things, like, okay, what chemical is bad in it? Taurine. Well, no, taurine is kind of used in like most pre-workouts and most other things. It's also like a pretty decently researched thing. Taurine seems pretty solid from what we understand. What else is bad in it? Like most people, like they can't explain why energy drinks are bad. Which is, I guess, it makes sense. It's one of those things. Like it's one of those things that we've like socially accepted but didn't question, and now we've ran away with it. What are you thinking on Thoringer bratwurst? I don't know what this conversation got all over the place. I love sausage. Sausage is one of those things. It sucks that most sausage is unhealthy because pork in general is just a very fatty meat. I love it though. I love sausage. This sounds awesome. I love this. Never had it. Would love it. It's bad in the same way any soda is bad. It depends, right? Because like, sorry. Also, let me qualify. I drink only sugar-free stuff. If you're drinking like sugary drinks, that's bad. Like it's pretty. There's no argument there. Like sugary sodas and sugary drinks are pretty bad, but like diet sodas are really good. I think we're finally coming to understand as a society that diet sodas actually aren't bad. Like there's a reason why. Like there are problems, right? But the problem is people compare it to like LMAO. Like why would you drink a diet soda versus like just drink water, forehead? And it's like, well, no, people don't want water. People aren't these like logical machines of fucking of what's it called, right? Diet soda is closer to regular soda than water. I don't even know if that's true. I think that's actually not true. Water plus Mio. So yeah, this is the problem with talking about health online is, right? Because like, if you say, hey, this thing is healthy, someone on the internet will always say, I am very clever. There's actually this thing that's healthier. And like, that's always going to be the case. There's always something healthier, but it's about like, what is our baseline of considered healthy, right? What's our trade-offs, right? Like, getting in a car and driving to work is infinitely more dangerous than like drinking a diet soda or drinking aspartame. We have no actual research regarding aspartame causing any sort of like problems yet. Maybe we just need more time on that research. But aspartame is a unbelievably, if you go to Google Scholar or go to Pew Research and look up aspartame, it is a wildly like fear-mongered thing that actually has very little research actually saying it's bad. Whiskey is healthy, right? A true brother, cake donut. Yeah, people just think if it's not water, it's unhealthy. And the problem is like it's the term health is a matter of comparison, right? Remember, chat, Pat didn't go to college for nutrition. True, I am not educated, okay? Go talk to your doctor. Everybody's different. I'm sorry. Good fucking qualification. Go talk to your doctor. What the fuck do I know? I run back and forth and encounter virtual monsters for a living. I don't know jack shit, okay? I feel decently researched on some of this stuff, but not everything. All my coworkers said regular soda is more healthy. They're just copium. It's just, if you are the Giga Chad who says, you know what? I prefer Coca-Cola versus Diet Coke because it tastes better. I know it's not good for me, but it tastes better. And I have one Coke a day, and that's like all the sugar I drink or whatever. Fucking, I love you. You are a Giga Chad. I respect it. Don't do this copium. It is so copium to say that diet sodas are worse. It's actually just copium. There's no research or anything to back this up. It is just copium. Water is better than diet soda, yes. But humans want to engage in fun little treats, right? We are a fun little treat species, and it's really important to remember that, right? You're talking to a day one dropout for nutritional science. Unironically, Choco, you have infinitely more education than everyone in chat, so I will bow down to you. Say whatever you want to say, and I will just listen and adapt your opinions, true and real. Facebook moms are malding. It's actually unbelievable how much of like, I feel like health education comes from Facebook memes. I respect that. I know it's bad for me, but I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything. One full fat regular Coke is my one vice. I get it. Like, I don't even like regular Coke that much, but when I drink one, I still am like, damn, I get it. You know, like I get how you could just like love this. I totally get it. Diet Coke is crack in a can. Diet Coke is like shockingly addictive. I'm sure it has to do with the caffeine. And there's another negative point about caffeine. I like to stay realistic. Right? I love caffeine. I think responsibly using caffeine is awesome. But fucking, yeah, caffeine does have an addiction thing. And I strongly, so personally, this is my recommendation kind of, but just follow the FDA and also your doctor. If you have heart problems or specific problems, everybody's going to need different levels of caffeine. Personally, I do 300 milligrams of caffeine 5 to 6 days a week and then take 1 to 2 days either off or 40 milligrams or less, which is usually a soda, but it depends on the soda. I also know I know my caffeine numbers pretty well. Like G Fuels are usually 300 milligrams, Reigns are 300 milligrams, Bang are 300 milligrams, Monsters are usually 150 to 160, Red Bulls are around 80 for the normal size can. Sodas are usually 20 to 80 depending. I think Baja Blast are around 67 milligrams or so caffeine. Diet Cokes are around 40 milligrams. Most Coke Zeros are around 40 milligrams. Your mom's juices are the best. That's what we'll end this on. You guys heard it here first. The best drink alternative, your mom's juices. Go ahead and get that shit up in you, lad.